another week of Sunday Sessions, emphasis on the sesh. It is your girl, April Squires, and we are here sipping on some wine. We are smoking the devil's lettuce, and it is the duo that you did not ask for, but got anyways. Everyone say big, warm welcome to Abby Vanderkloet. So, Abby, give everyone a little background, who you are, what you're doing, where you come from.
So I am 26, living in St. John's. I met April at Boston Pizza, the place where everyone comes together.
Where dreams come true.
The place where dreams come true. We've been friends for like 5 years now. Yeah, Boston Pizza was a great time. I met a lot of really great, amazing people there. And then we were also in school at the same time. So we were like studying together all the time and like at lunch together all the time. And we feel like we bonded a lot. You graduated nursing the same year that I graduated my Bachelor of Science. So I have a degree in neuroscience. What do I do with that? I bartend at Boston Pizza.
If you guys are in the program, don't be doubtful. You know what? You don't have to go to Boston Pizza. There's lots of options.
There are a lot of things you can do with a neuroscience degree, guys. Bartending is not the only thing. I don't actually, so like, I say that with disdain. I don't actually have any regret for my education at all. I'm very grateful for everything I learned. I'm very passionate about what I was studying. The jobs in my field are just not something that I'm interested in. So that's the real reason why I'm still serving. I love serving, and I'm not super interested in research. I do really like research, but that's kind of where the direction I was heading in. I'm more interested in pursuing something more clinical. I mean, I'm going to do vet tech, so animals are my thing.
Any of you lovely people up in Truro, Nova Scotia, come September, see Abby out walking on the streets. Just, stop by and say hello and butter into Boston Pizza.
Boston Pizza in Truro.
See you there.
Falls, fails, that's where I'll be.
So Abby, give everyone a little background as to where you kind of come from.
So I actually grew up in Ontario. I was born and raised in Canada. My parents were born and raised in Canada, but my grandparents on both sides of my family are immigrants from the Netherlands. So both sides of my family are very Dutch. My grandparents speak Dutch. My parents speak a little bit. I know like 2 or 3 words, and that's about it. Yeah, I've been to Europe multiple times, but I've never been to the Netherlands for some reason. I just never made it out there. I've been to Poland, Switzerland, France, Italy, and I've spent lots of time in Europe. I lived in Italy for several months, but I've never been to the Netherlands, never been to my homeland.
What the hell?
Yeah, but it's pretty cool. I have a lot of ancestry and stuff there. A lot of Dutch people immigrated to Canada after World War II. Well, the Netherlands was one of the first countries invaded by Hitler. After the war, and during the war, I guess, there was a very big famine, and the country was, a lot of people left and
not doing good.
Yeah, so, and both my parents have like the exact same, I guess, story. Like they're both children raised in rural Ontario from Dutch immigrants after the Second World War, and I guess they trauma bonded over that and got married and had 2 babies, and here I am.
Little Abby Vanderkloet coming to your service.
We were living in Kitchener-Waterloo, Ontario, and then my mom got a job at Memorial, and that's why I made it all the way out here to Newfoundland. Moved here in grade 6, been here ever since, so, you know.
And Abby's been chilling here, so the Vanderkloets made their way to Newfoundland, and they've been here chilling. Me and Abby met, Boston Pizza, of course, and Abby done some neuroscience. And now, so we met back when we were like 19, 20 years old, super young, didn't know left from right, still kind of don't. We kind of finished school, kind of been chilling like everyone else in the pandemic. Still feels like we're really 2-3 years younger than what we actually are.
Yeah, absolutely.
Act even younger than that.
Living our best life, taking it day by day, baby.
Taking it day by day. Every step is another step conquered, basically.
Yeah.
So I actually was living in Nova Scotia. If you guys that listen, I was living in Nova Scotia. I moved home over the summer, and I was going to actually buy a house, me and my partner, but we ended up not doing that because the market was insane in the membrane of everyone else or anyone else is dealing with that. So we decided not to buy a house at like 7%. We decided to stay at Moss Heather. We were chilling there, still kind of not deciding what we were doing because I do travel nursing, as you guys know. And lo and behold,
I had a situation on my hands.
Abby had a situation
where I had some available space.
Yeah, for your viewing pleasure. Yeah, we are together. We're better than ever. So, Abby, what has changed for you, say, versus when we first met? Now we're going, you just turned 26. I'm gonna turn 26 this month. It's my birthday month. Love it. Yeah. So where have you been on your little journey?
I feel like I have been a lot of places on this journey of mine.
Stopping in, see what's happening. Get back on the train.
So I graduated high school. I was working. I was really into dance at that time in my life. I was like super busy bee. I was in school and I graduated high school, went to university, and my whole life was like very busy and very chaotic. But at the time, I didn't really have like a end goal, I guess. And like especially like where the degree like that I'm doing, for example, versus like where you did nursing, you did your 4-year, 5-year, or however long program, and then you graduate and you can immediately go into the workforce. In my degree, I did like a Bachelor of Science and I did a research thesis, and I was thinking about doing a master's. I was thinking about going to med school. I was like thinking about a whole bunch of things. At the time, I was kind of in the mindset, I was like, I just really enjoy what I'm doing and I'm just going to figure it out, you know? Why not? Like at the
making money.
Yeah, at the time I was like, I was working, I was dancing, I was in school, I was like, you know, doing a lot of things. I was very busy and I like being busy. I'm the kind of person that enjoys being busy. But I was like going. And then by the time my degree was coming to an end, I took 5 years to do my degree because I switched majors, and it kind of put me behind. After like 5 years of being in university and we're going crazy, I was so burnt out, and that was right COVID. I graduated 2 months after COVID. We graduated.
Yeah.
At that point, I was like crawling to the finish line. I was like, I had so much energy, and at the end, I was like, holy fuck,
get me out of here.
Yeah, and it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth because I always really loved learning, and I loved what I was learning, but I put a lot of focus and stress on my grades and other things, but especially my grades was a big one. And not enough focus on like, what was I actually going to do with this experience? Like, you know, I spent 5 years and thousands of dollars on a piece of paper that I have in like a drawer in a Dollarama frame. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm working at Boston Pizza. So it's like, I don't regret anything, but I didn't really have a goal. Like I didn't have it planned out. I didn't have it planned out. I was like, you know, I'm just rolling with the punches. I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm grateful for everything that I learned. Like I said, like I don't regret it. I met a lot of amazing people and it put me on my path. It was just a bit of a longer path. So I guess, yeah, like COVID hit, we graduated. I wasn't in school anymore and I was burnt out. I was also going through some health issues. I had just got diagnosed with celiac disease. So I guess like in that period, so I was super stressed, burnt out from school. We were, you know, the world was in the very beginning of this like global pandemic and everyone was freaking the fuck out. Lockdown and all that crap. And like, you know, we all been there.
There have been tears. It has been said.
Physically, I was feeling very ill. My iron was also very low. I had to get blood infusions and I was going through it. And I needed a break. I took time. I was like, I continued my stable job. I like, you know, had some experiences, didn't really have any major responsibilities except for work. And work was like, you know, you punch in, you punch out, you're done. Like there wasn't, you know, anything that I really had to linger and do. And I needed that for a while. And then I kind of got really comfortable with that to the point where, again, I sort of lost my focus. It's like, what am I working towards? Like, what is my goal? Like, you know,
get back on track, Abby.
Yeah. And like, you know, it's important to like fuck around and have fun, but you know, what exactly is my purpose? Like, what am I doing?
It's like that higher question you want to ask.
Yeah.
Yourself. It's like, what are we all
doing? What the fuck am I
here?
doing?
What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah. So things in my life, I feel like in a very different headspace lately. Like I'm in a very good spot mentally, you know, as like most people who know me know, like several months ago, I got out of a really long-term relationship. And that definitely changed things. You know, I was in a very stable, comfortable place. Like I had a long-term partner who I was living with. I was working a job that I had been there for a long time. You know, my circle of friends were the people that I had been friends with for a long time, which is like amazing. But I was just I was going in circles. I wasn't moving forward. I felt like I was just kind of living my life, but I wasn't moving towards anything. And I didn't know exactly what direction I wanted to go in and what I wanted to do.
Your spark.
Yeah, and I was comfortable. I was really, really comfortable. Kind of got boring. Like I didn't really realize how bored I was until everything in my life changed. I'm like very focused on like what I want to be when I grow up and my passions and figuring that out. And like I've always been very passionate about animals and animal welfare and dogs and whatever. And also people that know me know that dogs are my whole personality. If I could be a dog, I would.
Disclaimer, if Abby could be a dog, she would. And you know what, Abby? That's okay. That's okay.
But
we live with 3 dogs.
We do. And they're being very good right now.
Yeah, they must feel the energy. We're sending a real energy in this household, everyone.
We are. No. Yeah. So then, like I was living here with the dogs by myself, and then you and Nathan moved in, and like the 3 of us are like having great fun and like making this place our own and like decorating it and like getting along really well, and the dogs get along really well, and we're like motivating each other and trying to better ourselves collectively while also having fun.
Good energy, it's good buzz, and it's cool because definitely everyone can relate to the winter and the sadness and like guys like being in Newfoundland. Like I'll say it once again, you don't realize how cut up you get and just like this like just like being at the bottom. Literally take your take anybody
never sees the sun.
Never sees the sun. Even can you imagine getting dark at 4 o'clock? Like it's like 5:26 now, and it's not sunny, but it's not black.
The sun's still up above the horizon.
Yes. And it's
for how much longer? I do not know.
So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about good energy. Everyone changing up their energy. Spring is here. It's April for us. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Just not only birthdays and everything that's like kind of coming up, but like a change. There's a change in the air. Everyone can feel it now. And I feel like everyone's kind of like getting their skeletons under their closet. They're kind of just like, everyone is more motivated to do things. And then on top of that, you're also more motivated to actually complete the task.
Absolutely.
That you have set up for yourself. So it's a win-win situation all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Maybe you're actually cooking meals, you're not on Skip and DoorDash like you were. It's so simple. It's like saying you're taking care of yourself, but it's like, it's so hard when you don't even realize how fucked up you are.
And I think it's also like about finding a balance between, because it is important to have fun and it is important to like, embrace the moments and like say yes to things that like, you might not have said yes to, even though you have to get up early tomorrow morning. It's like, sometimes it's fun to just experience things and like do things and like have fun, but finding the balance between like having too much fun where your own personal goals are being compromised. And if that trajectory is being compromised, and I think that for me during my degree, I very much had like a work hard, play hard kind of mentality, but I didn't really have an end goal. You know what I mean? It was like, what was I doing with my degree? My whole time I was like, and this is kind of my attitude about literally everything in life. Like I'll figure it out when the time comes. Like right now I'm enjoying what I'm learning and what I'm doing. So like, eventually I'll figure it out. And I contemplated med school. I contemplated doing continuing academia and doing research and doing whatever. If you don't have some at the end of the tunnel, where are you going?
And through those questions, through those thoughts, me and Abby have actually gone to the Natural Emporium. We bought tarot cards. We love tarot cards. We want to get tarot cards for each other because we believe in just like the energy. We were talking about manifestation, the law of attraction. And the cool thing about tarot cards is that you can use them and they're not going to give you like, oh yes, like exact answers. It's a thinking thing. It's a thinking process. And you got to believe that the cards that are falling out, that are answering to you, that are their way, that they have an energy and a message to bring you, and that you need to think about it. And you don't have to believe in it or not. But it's truly funny how there's still new cards that I'm picking. And then there's also cards that completely will repeat themselves every day. Like every day me and Abby will like pick a card, like one card, and like it's so funny how like sometimes you get the same card, sometimes you get cards that are basically about that card, but it's all about making you think about your life in the here and the now.
I somewhat of a skeptic, I guess, in the sense where like skeptic maybe isn't the best word, but like having evidence, but I also believe and understand that there's so many things and phenomenon and whatever that science can't really explain or even measure at this point in like what the human race knowledge has, I guess.
Our intelligence, where we're to, what we
Yeah.
develop. Yeah.
I also think that like spirituality is very, very personal. And like I don't consider myself religious. Like growing up, like I was raised Christian, but I never really Christianity never like really made sense to me, or I never really agreed with it. And like I would ask a lot of questions and nobody could really answer me in a way that like satisfied the soul. Like it was always like, oh well, God works in mysterious ways. And it was like, yeah, but what does that mean? Like what does mysterious ways mean? Like that's just like a sounds like a cop out for like things. But I guess like as I've aged, spirituality for me is like very personal. So I guess like back to what you were saying about the cards, what that means to you. You don't need to necessarily believe that there's like a guardian angel watching over you in this moment who's like changing the cards to give you a specific message that you have to like decrypt and like whatever. If anything, if you're looking at a card and it's giving you a prompt and you take that prompt and you think about what that means in your life, it might be completely irrelevant, but it might actually make you think about something and be like, wow, okay, maybe I am putting a lot of my emotional energy into this aspect of my life, when in reality, I'm neglecting. Like it makes you think about things. Like whatever the card is, it's a thinking prompt.
And there are many things that make you want to like, think and explore and dive into. And so we were sipping on some tea. We were doing the tarot cards and just
went on a little journey.
Went on a little journey, sipping on some tea and just relaxing and doing some like deep thought questions to ourselves and to each other about feeling our own emotions and just kind of like being in our heads. You know, it all comes back to self-reflect. Abby said she woke up 10 times smarter.
I did. I absolutely did. I connected some pathways up there.
You just want to basically leave things behind that's not serving your greater good right now. And I think
Absolutely.
that's what the card kind of like, it makes you think, what is your greater good? What things do you want to live a happy, positive life? You know, that's all anyone wants. And, you know, it's just about, I just believe in the law of attraction. I believe in the physics of that. I believe that thoughts give off frequencies. You know, I've said that before. It's just a funny thing to think about. And it's just a funny thing to challenge your spirituality. And we were talking about how monks and like meditation and stuff like that, we were talking about the power of that the other night and how, you know, people can heat towel thinking of it. You can go down in things that you have an ice cold bath and they can come out and they're still warm. Like their skin is still warm because, you know, they believe it. So it's a crazy concept. It's like also like conspiracy theories and things like that. I just wonder, why not? Why couldn't things happen? Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, obviously some of them are fucking like out to lunch.
I honestly feel like sort of just human nature to sort of like instinctively believe that there's something there watching over you.
Well, there's like aliens.
You know, yeah, I mean, true. But like, but I mean, like, just the idea that, like, there is something there that is, like, bigger than ourselves. Who can explain it and who can define it and who can whatever. And it's like, you know, I also very much believe in evolution, and we are a consequence of just a bunch of biological reactions and chemical reactions, evolution based on different selective pressures. And now here we are, the human race, you know, sperm meets the egg, and you were the one sperm that won the race. And now here you are. Like, that's how you exist. But is it that simple? If you were to call that simple. But is there more? Is there like a reason? Do you have a purpose? Is there a meaning of life? Is there a reason why you're on earth? Are you on earth to fulfill some sort of purpose? Or are you here because your parents did the deed and your sperm mashed with the egg, which caused
baby?
Yeah.
Cooked up bundle of joy.
It's, you know.
Mic drop, Abby. If you call that simple, she says.
If you call that simple.
If you call that simple. I think not. You have more in you than that.
Are you more?
Are you more? Question mark?
Yeah. Are you? In my opinion, in my wise 26 years of life, I think the meaning of life is to be happy. Because when I go through depressive episodes, and like I've struggled with depression over the years, I have had a lot of different issues with my mental health and physical health. All kind of like some like periods of time where I'm like feeling pretty good and like feeling whatever and like feeling myself. And then I'm like, why did I waste so much of my time being so sad? And it's like, obviously it's more complicated than that. Obviously, I understand that being depressed is not as simple as get your ass out of bed and smile, turn that frown upside down.
Like, turn that frown upside.
I know that it's very, very complicated and intricate, and there's a lot of different things going on. But
that's what makes you appreciate it.
The happy moments when I'm feeling really good and feeling really free and feeling really focused and driven and ambitious, I'm really grateful for that, and it makes me regret. I shouldn't say regret, but I guess reflect. And it's like I spent so much of my years being so sad and so insecure and unmotivated, and I also had a lot going on, so I'm also forgiving myself for that too. I was doing the best I could at the time, but like, you know,
all you can ask for, honestly.
Yeah, it's like the meaning of life to me is to be happiness, pursuit of happiness, baby.
Everything that's shining always gonna be gold. We do not own that song. We did not write that song. I don't want to go to jail. The system's too corrupt. I might not have enough money for bail.
Fuck the system. That's a future episode.
That's a future episode. So these are the tarot cards. If you guys.
So these are actually not tarot cards. These are guardian angel tarot messages.
Guardian angel messages.
Guardian angel tarot messages.
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
I will.
Haters. I will.
I intend to.
What we like to do, we like to hold the cards. For those of you guys who can't see this video, obviously you're going to follow along to the audio of our lovely voices. So we do like to do a little knock on the front of the cards, send out the good energy, the good vibes, and I kind of basically say I want guidance, love, and appreciation and positivity for reading for Abby, and bringing anyone forth who would like to kind of sit down, welcome them in, pull up a chair, and kind of be like, you know, what do you got to tell me today? What's happening? And we do this every day, basically. We'll do one from this pack, one from other pack. Sometimes if 3 falls out, I'll do a 3-card reading, but for the most part, I'm just like, what do you have to say? So we're just going to do a little tarot card reading on here, a little angel message reading. Yeah, talk about positivity. What do the angels have to say to Abby? Oh, see how sometimes Abby got the 4 of water. It says distraction, self-absorption, and discontentment. Oh my. Jeez, Abby, what have you done to the angels? So guys, this is the card. I really like the cards. I think they're well done.
That was one that fell out?
Yeah. There's a guy sitting. There's some chalices. He's having a little drink. One chalice has angel wings on it, of course. There's an ocean in the background.
Obviously.
The chalice above his head that has angel wings is glowing, obviously.
So it looks like, and this is what I'm thinking. It looks like he has a lot of decisions to make. Important decisions to make.
And he's going to make the right one. There's one that's going to do him well, and that's the one with the angel wing.
All right, let's see. Okay, so this is what it has to say about me, about the card. There are very positive forces around you just waiting to help. Awaken to the endless possibilities that await you. Don't take any of the wonderful things in your life for granted. Instead, be grateful for them and then look around to see what other amazing opportunities the angels have in store for you. Daydreaming and going within can be healthy ways to get clarity on who you are and what you want from life. These methods may be used for contemplation. However, once you have the insights that these reveries deliver, remember to take focused action so that you don't miss out on the joy of living out your dreams. Okay, that's basically what I was literally just saying.
Bam, bam, turkey and fucking ham.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay, this is my angel message. When you ask for assistance each morning, we spend part of our time opening your eyes to opportunities or issues that need your attention. That way, you stand the greatest chance of success and happiness on any given day. We are grateful for the opportunity to do this loving service for you. Thanks, bestie.
Thanks for the lookout, you know? Thanks for looking out.
I definitely believe that.
Absolutely. Why not? It's again challenging you. It's about what we're saying. It's about being self-reflective on your thoughts, your ideas. It's talking about also like not being so hard on yourself and just like enjoying the moment and forgiving yourself. And it's just exactly what we've been saying. And just like, you know, going with the flow and just recognizing and taking the great opportunities that are in front of you, like the positive ones.
What I was saying about my whole thing about like daydreaming and going within can be healthy ways to get clarity for like what you want in life, taking a focused action so that you don't miss out on the joy of living your dreams. Like that's literally what I was just saying. Live your dreams, but you got to figure out what your dream is in order to live your dream. I didn't really have a dream. I was just fucking around.
I have a dream.
I have a dream.
A song to sing. I believe in it.
We've been really on an ABBA kick these days.
Everyone should be on a fucking ABBA kick every day of their life. I didn't even know they were Swedish. I think I said this maybe in another episode. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just said this in my head.
Yeah,
That
they're
happens a lot.
Scandinavian, baby.
Baby. Okay.
Do you know that they actually wrote all their songs in Swedish and then they got translated to English afterwards?
Oh.
Which is kind of amazing because they all rhyme so well. I'm like, what are the odds? They're all translated. And they all flow so well. I'm like, damn.
They're that good.
Also, trust that like things are gonna work out the way that they're gonna work out. Like just trust that that's gonna happen. Like even though, like, you know what? There are people my age who are doctors already. Maybe that could have been me, but it's not, and I'm not upset about it. Like I don't regret who I am today. I'm happy with who I am. I'm very, very proud of the people that I have like surrounded myself with. My chosen family is like I'm very, very proud of that. Like all of you guys and like all my friends and like obviously my real family too. I'm very grateful for my family. I'm close with my family, but like I'm proud of what I've done in life and who I associate myself with and my accomplishments, my achievements, and like who I am as a person.
And even if you didn't, you're figuring it out.
I'm still living my best life.
As long as you're figuring it out, you're trying. That's all anyone will fucking ask from you. You know?
I'm happy. Like I said, that's the meaning of my life. I'm paying my bills and my mental health ain't that shit. So like, I'm thriving.
And my mental health ain't that shit. I'm putting that on your headstone. Oh God. But yeah, we were talking about earlier too how Abby was in a very comfortable place, was in a very safe place. So she thought, you know, had her dog, had the house, had the boyfriend, had whatever. And it just goes to show too, although you had it all, like nothing is what it seems. And like you weren't as happy. And even though the rug was pulled from under your feet kind of situation, you have learned to accept it and cherish it. And even though that really terrible thing happened to you and, you know, probably felt like, what the fuck is going on in my whole life is upside down, you not for 1 second did you believe that like you weren't going to be okay and that this was happening for a reason and the universe was trying to put you on a different path. And honestly and truly, like you have been a changed person since then and you're just like working and growing on yourself. Obviously things are meant to change sometimes and things are meant to shake up, and it's just embracing it and taking it with like,
absolutely,
you know, like putting one foot in front of the other.
Absolutely. And I really did feel that way. Like immediately I was like, wow, like what the fuck is happening in my life? But there was something about me that just trusted that everything was going to work out. And it did. And it's like, you know, when one door closes, another one opens, and you don't even really realize that until
it is.
The door is shut and you're like, holy fuck. Like I feel like very excited. Like in this stage of my life, like I'm excited about life. I'm like excited to live life to the fullest and to take advantage of opportunities that arise. And like I have my hopes and dreams and I'm working towards it and fucking getting it.
One day at a time, baby.
Mm-hmm.
The duo you never wanted.
But now you want it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, let's do your card. All right. So April gets the 7 of Water.
Ooh, I don't think I've gotten that one yet. I haven't gotten that one yet.
Choices, overanalyzing, procrastination.
In the card, there's a bunch of cups in a window. I would say that's definitely a relation to. I feel like I got a lot of hopes and dreams. I'm trying to do a lot of things at once.
444. That's your lucky numbers for this.
444. Oh, cool. I love numbers, guys. And I say this once.
It's also April. April's the 4th month.
Oh, cool. April is my best, worst month ever because I always end up somewhere around here having a mental breakdown at some point. But it's always good because I feel very refreshed after it. I feel very good putting everything out on the table. Yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah. So I think I have a lot of choices. I'm also in the process of switching up my job. So I got offered an invite into a flight nurse program for the Arctic. So that's pretty cool.
Badass as fuck.
Chilling like a villain. For someone who hates the cold, I'm literally going
up into the Arctic to do emerge nursing. But that is so fucking badass. Like it really is. It's cool as fuck.
So that's what I'm thinking about. I also really want to do a lot with the podcast, and I'm just like, I'm super excited about it, but it's hard to like keep up on it. When I do it, I want to do it because I want to sit down. I want to have the time and the energy. The episodes definitely aren't as frequent as I would like them, but I think they come at the right times, and they come when people maybe need them and just need something right now to listen to. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm hoping for you guys. And I'm trying to, you know, we're breaking up the content. It's serious and funny and go with the flow. So, you know, just hang in there with us a little longer. 7 of Water.
Go where the wind fucking takes ya. It's because I'm an air sign.
Oh, is that why? I didn't know that. Okay, guys. So sometimes it can be very difficult to make a choice. We may have multiple options that appeal to us, or perhaps we don't like any of the possibilities. Listen to your intuition. Are you taking the necessary time to choose wisely, or have you fallen into procrastination? Me procrastinate? I'm like, I have forever to do this. And that's the day before. I'm like, holy shit. Here we go. Anyways, if your guidance tells you that you are stalling, then move forward. Your body uses feelings as a way to guide you in making a correct decision. Totally true. Consult your internal compass to know how and when to proceed. If you are still uncertain, ask your guardian angels for a sign. I think that's definitely in relation to, there's a lot of things. I'm trying to buy a house. I'm switching up my job. I moved in here. There's a lot happening. I'm wondering if I want to do flight nurse. I got the dog. I got Nan. There's a lot of moving pieces in the puzzle. And it's just basically what we've been saying from the start. There's no rush on making decisions, but going with the flow, going for new opportunities. Yeah. So, angel message. We love sending you signs. However, it's still important for you to listen to your own guidance. Are you feeling challenged to make a choice because of other people's wishes? Is there truly no option that makes your heart sing more than the others? If you listen closely, we think you'll realize that deep down you know the right choice. Oh, okay.
Why are you playing?
Playing around. Gonna make a choice. Again, I think it's because I was really debating this new job and just like
It's been weighing on your mind.
2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. Also trying to get a house and just like all that stuff. I'm kind of like, I was super stressed out about trying to find a house because I I'm like, I'm like, oh, I want to buy a house, blah, blah, blah. But it's also like, I'm really happy right now. I'm like living with you. I like living with the dogs. It's me, you, and Nate. It's pretty chill. We're all three of us are like doing our own, like you said, like working together. And it's just working right now. And it's nice. And it's closer to downtown St. John. So it's like, you got that aspect of it. That's cool. And I've always wanted that. But it's like nice because there's like a fence and backyard, like simple things
and
like
the dogs
that.
get along really well. And I feel like we're all in like a transitional period in our life right now. I'm moving in a few months. Like you and Nate are buying a house. Like you're potentially getting a new job. Like Nate's going to go to work. Like like we're all kind of in like a transitional period, and it's like really nice that we're spending it together and making the most of it.
Because we're all on our own time.
We're all on our own time, and we're all doing our own thing, but we're also like having fun and like enjoying it while it lasts.
So, additional meanings of this card. Time to get focused. The need to release unhealthy choices. Unproductive daydreaming and being unrealistic. Well, cards. Angels. Why don't you just chew me out and spit me out?
Fuck you, Angels.
Probably be easier.
Just joking. I'm not putting that out there.
I take it back.
I take it back.
So yeah, guys, this has been a really fun episode.
This has been fun.
Yeah, this is good for us. Me and Abby talk about how we operate on the one brain cell all the time since we moved in with each other, which is great for us. Yeah, there's not much else you can say about that. And yeah, so Abby, everyone has to stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
We are going to bring you the spice of life for Sunday sessions. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Is there anything else you want to say? Get off your chest, say to the people.
Peace and blessings. Be kind to one another.
I'll be a player hater this season.
No, be a player hater.
And guys, I just want to put it out there. So this time, or a little bit later last year, we put out the first episode of Sunday Sessions. And we were kind of going to summer. And me and Sarah were talking about, hot girl summer, that energy. And Abby is bringing that to you, each and every one of you this summer. So just keep a little eye out for your little darling walking down the street. And just know she's living a positive lifestyle.
I'm living a great lifestyle.
And yeah, you're over and out. Thanks for tuning in and listening once again. Thank you, Karen, for the cover art. Thank you, Matthew Mercer, for the music, new little beginning tune. And thank you, Abby, for sharing a brain cell with me and doing an episode. You got it.
My neuron is your neuron.
And that's all we really have to say. Peace and blessings. And we'll see you on the next one.
Love you.